What's up in the world of gender equality? Despite the progress made in some places, gender inequality seems to continue to be a global concern. While the extent of this disparity may vary from one country to another, women's involvement in the labor market consistently seems to lag behind that of men worldwide. And when women do participate in the workforce, their wages seem to consistently fall short of those earned by their male counterparts. Claudia Goldin is the Henry Lee Professor of Economics at Harvard University. In October 2023, it was announced that she had been awarded the 2023 Nobel Prize in Economics for her analysis of gender disparities in the labor market. This was specifically focused on the enduring issue of the gender pay gap. She won the award for advancing the understanding of women's labor market outcomes and busting myths about the gender pay gap. In a career spanning more than 3 decades, Claudia Goldin's work is said to have unraveled the complexities of women's economic empowerment and shed light on the causes and obstacles to achieving a more equal world in both work and life. As an economic historian, Claudia Goldin's research was set to delve into the shifts in female economic participation over time within labor markets. Her work is said to be not just a study of history, but a lens through which to interpret the contemporary world and to understand the origins of today's pressing challenges. Claudia Goldin's research is set to touch on themes like education, family, and the organization of work. It is set to provide historical insights into the evolution of gender disparities in labor participation and earnings. Her work is set to highlight the significance of education, showcasing it as a cornerstone for women's labor force participation. Claudia Goldin coined the term quiet revolution to explore the dynamics of the gender gap in the labor market and the increase in workforce participation of married females in the US in the 1970s. According to her, there are 2 important ingredients to the quiet revolution. One is an investment in education. The other is postponing the age for marriage, which may have happened due to the launch of the contraceptive pill in the 1960s. With the contraceptive pill, women could delay marriage and not pay as large a penalty. By increasing the age at which women got married, they could go to college, plan for an independent future, and form an identity before getting married and having a family. The pill is said to have enabled more females to opt for careers by indirectly lowering the cost of investing in one's career. In most countries, women with higher levels of education may be more likely to be engaged in the workforce. Family dynamics may play a substantial role in shaping women's labor force participation. The birth of children could set mothers and fathers on different career trajectories, and children could contribute to widening gender gaps. Claudia Goldin's research is said to indicate there are child penalties. Child penalties are the negative economic consequences that women face due to childbirth and parenting responsibilities. Claudia Goldin's research may suggest that while the motherhood penalty diminishes over a woman's lifetime, an earnings gap between heterosexual parents could persist due to a fatherhood premium. Fatherhood premium is a positive economic outcome experienced by dads in the labor market who experience better career and earning prospects compared to men who don't have children. According to Claudia Goldin, even when moms who previously reduced their hours transitioned to full-time work, they may have trouble catching up to males. She has compared a parent's life to a hike. She sees parenthood as part of a steep climb during which mothers slow down, reduce their hours of work, and sometimes leave employment for some time or shift into less time-intensive jobs. But there may be a time when the demands for childcare may reduce and the females can increase their hours of paid work and take on bigger career challenges. That's akin to mothers reaching a summit and running down the other side of the mountain. Though they're increasing their hours of work, they would never reach the rich valley of gender equality. Another facet of her research is set to examine the impact of work organization on gender gaps. Her work is set to reveal that the gender pay gap would be notably smaller if firms then disproportionately reward people who work long and particular hours. The tech sector may have made strides in organizing work in ways that augment employee flexibility, but this transformation is yet to become commonplace in industries like finance and law. Promoting gender equality could still require more effort. While her research is said to predominantly focus on the US, its influence could extend far beyond it. Her work is said to have inspired researchers worldwide and helped establish a new field of research known as gender economics. Claudia Goldin remarked that even before students enter universities, they believe economics is a field more oriented to finance and management, and that women may be less interested in those compared to men. She feels that if economics were about inequality, health, household behavior, and society, then there'd be a much greater balance. Eleanor Ostrom was the first woman to win the Economics Prize in 2009, which she had won along with Oliver Williamson. And Esther Duflo won the same award in 2019 along with Abhijit Banerjee and Michael Kramer. Claudia Goldin is the first woman to win the award solo. So, in a world where the gender pay gap persists, how can women's access to the workforce change? What is the path to a more equitable future? What would it take to narrow the gender divide?